So in this video, we're going to look at how to get grant funding for a community project or arts project fast. I'm talking within like 3 months. So I've been running community projects for the last 10 years and I've been getting funding every year. I now help other people set up their CICs and set up their art projects and get funding as well. So if you want to hear more tips, please hit the subscribe button as I post lots of different tips on funding and CICs. So let's jump straight in. So what are my top tips? How to do this fast. First of all, if you're an artist and you want to start a funded art project, then you don't need a CIC. You can go straight ahead, go straight to the Arts Council website and apply as an individual for Arts Council funding. So that's pretty straightforward. The application for Arts Council funding is around 8 weeks. It can be a bit less depending on what area you're in. You can, if you get rejected, get good feedback and then you can put it in again. So there's absolutely realistic that if you're an artist, you can get Arts Council funding quickly in a short period of time. Now, the funding pots are up to £30,000 for the small pot. And I recommend that if you are new to this and you're running your first project, you run a 1-year project for £15,000. But aside from the individual Arts Council, if you're running a community project or you are an artist that wants to work with some other artists in other community capacities, then the best thing to do is set up a community interest company, a CIC. Now, how do you do this? So the thing to do is to, first of all, get yourself 3, including yourself, directors. So these are unrelated people to you and they will sit on a board and they won't be paid. This is just a formality that you need to have directors. So once you've got your directors, you can then start by doing your application form for On Companies House. It's a really quick form, doesn't cost very much. You just have to fill in some forms, some documents. You need a C36 form and you need an Articles of Association. So these forms can be found over on my website if you want to go and do the course of how to set up a CIC. I'll give you all the templates for those. If not, then you can find them on the website and you can work out how to do that yourself, but it will take longer. So after you've registered for your CIC, you then need to set up a bank account. Now you need a special bank account for a CIC. I recommend NatWest. Their treasurer's account is very good. It's fairly easy to get. You do need to have a bank account with NatWest, but other banks do it as well. So if you're banking with, say, Lloyds, they've got a good one as well. Cooperative have a good one. So just look at their community bank accounts. Now, once you've registered your CIC and you've started your bank account, that all takes a couple of weeks to do. And in that meantime, you should have been planning busily what your project is going to be, what your CIC's name is, what the logo is going to be, setting up a Facebook page, all those little things that you do when you start any kind of business. So also you need to be consulting your community in this time. So you need to be maybe branching out, talking to the people that you want to benefit. Say, for example, you want to benefit young people, maybe give a survey to a group of young people at a school or a youth club, or maybe get a few people together in a meeting and ask them what kind of project they would like to do. So these are different ways that you can consult with your community. I say this because on the National Lottery's application form, they want you to consult with your community and they will ask how you've done that and how many people you've spoken to. So if you do all that ahead of the time while you're setting up your bank account and stuff and you're waiting for those things to be done, that will save you time. So once you're at that stage where you've got all your project plan written, you've got your registration done, you've got your bank account open, then you can start your application form. So I've got another video on application forms and who to apply for. But as I always say, the first point of call is usually the National Lottery's Community Fund, £10,000. It's a fairly straightforward application form and you can get assessed on that in 8 weeks. If you're successful, you'll get it first time. And I have had students get it first time, so it is possible. So the Arts Council, again, of course, you can apply for that. Just to note, you can apply for the Arts Council as an individual and have a CIC and apply for it again under your CIC. So just a little tip there, you can double it up. That is what I do. I have an artist application and I also have a CIC application, and I've been doing that for many years. So all in all, it is absolutely possible for you to get grant funding for your community project or arts project in around 3 months. So I've had students do it and I've seen it done lots of times. It's totally possible. If you've got any questions or you want to know that your project is viable, please jump in the comments or go over to my website and jump in the chat, and you'll get a quicker response from me. So go over there, jump in the chat, ask me, do I think that if it's viable, do I think this is a good idea, is this something that will get funding? And I'll tell you the honest truth. Also, while you're on my website, do check out my course, how to set up a CIC and get funding in 4 months, because that will fast track you, it'll save you loads of times. I've got all the templates on there, I've even got application forms, examples that I've done that I've successfully got through, and I share those with my students, so it'll be a lot quicker. But again, please hit the subscribe button for more tips on CICs and Arts Council funded projects.